Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Turn that speaker a little that side. Our main character, he matured, who got, I'm feeling echo. It's going inside my ears. Turn that side.
This way.
Still better. Now it is better. Let it go to the wall. Enough. Bas. So, he matured when he got the instructions from his wife. He was slowly and steadily withdrawing, and he came to such an extent that he experienced quiet silence as the ultimate experience. And then he doesn't want to leave it. Like a person who has slept for some time, and when he has to wake up because he has to go for the work. So that time we still want to linger on the bed because that is all. The same thing exactly happens for every spiritual seeker, that earlier one is entangled in activities, achievements, failures, me and mine, you and yours, efforts, name, fame, power, achievement. And when one starts withdrawing from them, we come to a point which is a relative point and not the absolute point. See? When I am talking, it's a noise. And in between, when I keep my mouth shut, you experience peace. But that peace is in relation to the noise. It is not absolute peace. And therefore, you will see many places when the spiritual path is meant, they are only one-sided. There should not be any disturbance. Observe silence. Because if the sound comes, God runs away. See, friends, this is exactly happened to this Hemachud. And therefore, he was telling his wife Guru, I have now, like a piece of sugar cane, tasted the juice of this experience and thrown the world away. I have nothing to do with this world. And then he said that Priye krupam maikuru prarthayami krutanjali vishrantim abhivanchami chiram swasmin sukhatmani. My dear, now don't disturb me, okay? I am at peace with myself. I am so much content. Don't disturb me. And I am surprised. Aho daivahata bhasi jnatva pitvam idam padam tad vishrantim parityajya mudha dukkhaya chestase. And I feel pity on you, my dear wife. You taught me everything, but you have not understood anything. Why are you getting involved in this world, which is the abode of all miseries? I feel pity. Give it up. And you are most unfortunate that you are able to tell me, but you have not understood yourself. So when this was said, Ityukta sa priyam praha smayetvan manishini nathatena viditam padam paramapavanam. My dear husband, what do you think? That you have known the truth. You are far away from the truth. Like a man is far away from the space. He is searching for the space. Where is the space? He is in the space. Even in his cranium there is only space. Khali hai. And yet searching for the space. Where is the space? So she was smiling away. And then she said, look here, what you have imagined that you have known the truth, your imagination is 100% wrong. That is not the truth what you have imagined. Because akrutva vapi krutvapi na tallabhet karhichit agatva chapi vagatva na tad asadayet padam. This is very important principle, friends. When we chant this mantra of the Upanishad, if they do not mean anything to us, it is only a noise. Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage na eke amrutatva manashu. How many times you must have chanted this mantra? Million times. Na karmana. Karma cannot create the reality. Na prajaya, not by the progeny. Na dhanena, not by wealth. Tyage na eke. Unless we are ready to give up. Now the question comes, what can we give up? If something is ours, then we can give up. I cannot say, this house I have given up. Manju will say, when this was your house? In the same manner, in this world, what is ours that we give up? Friends, therefore, what you have understood, that by sitting quiet and closing the eyes and not thinking, little bit disturbance is not there, absolute quietness, 5-star spirituality. You are far away from the truth. Therefore, neither by doing or not doing, nor by going here and there, the truth is ever revealed. That which is gained by closing the eyes and that which is lost by opening the eyes is an illusion. Aheyam anupadeyam. That which cannot be lost is you. That which cannot be gained is you. Gain and loss is not possible. See, friends. Therefore, only by closing the eyes the truth is lost. At least the truth is smaller than the size of your eyes. That which is the abode of the total creation, how it can be. Now, why this happens is because we are tied down by many ajnana granthi, the knots of incomplete knowledge. Get this point very clear. I am repeating it shamelessly again and again. Ignorance does not mean absence of knowledge. The typical example which is given, snake and the rope, there is no absence of knowledge. There is knowledge that there is something. But what is that? That is not known. And therefore, it is the incomplete knowledge which is creating all the problems. So what is the incomplete knowledge? The first thing, tatra ya granthaya santi viparita grahatmaka tatradyad deha mukheshu bhavet atmatva nishchayaha. So the first knot is body identification. Till such time we live as the body, for the body, on the body, we will be samsari. If you work only on this one principle. See, in one of the one story comes. The student was told that all that you know and you can give up is not you. So the student started. I given up everything. The teacher smiled. Said, you are still talking through body. What you have given up? You are still holding on to the body. Okay, I will go and commit suicide. The teacher laughs loudly. See why? What right you have got to kill the body? Have you created the body? So by the destruction of the body, you are not giving up the body. That which is created out of foolishness can be negated by wisdom. See, the snake which is seen on the rope out of foolishness can be negated only by the light of wisdom, not by a gun or by a stick. So this body identification has no foundation. See, friends, there are, in Panchadashi, this thought comes, there are many Atme. One is Mukhyatma, the primary self, the real one. Second is the Mithyatma, the illusory self. And the third is the secondary Atma, the Gaunatma. So, the Mithyatma is living as a body is Mithyatma. So when I live as the body, then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, etc. After this Mithyatma is taken to be real, then the secondary Atma, Gaunatma is born. That I am husband, I am wife, I am brother, I am sister, I am mother, I am father. And in all these Atmas, who is miserable? It is the Gaunatma, the secondary Atma, that is miserable. And all our life is only nurturing, glorifying this dumb thing which does not exist. See, friends, therefore, here, Viparita Granthi, this wrong notion that I am this body is the first thing to be corrected. Unless this is corrected, you may do anything in this world, it is null and void. See? Two examples I will give you. Now both those people are no more. And one person's name was Mr. Sharma and other person I don't remember. So this person, he was a follower of Arya Samaj. And in Arya Samaj, they do not accept the gods with the statue and all that, they don't. They do everything, only the fire, Havan. Somebody is born, do the Havan. Somebody doesn't die, do the Havan. And everything, they do Havan. So, he was a very good friend of mine. And he used to sometimes listen to Vivek Chudamani. I used to talk those days, many years, 50 years before. I used to talk on Vivek Chudamani, he used to listen. He said, look here, I don't believe in your philosophy, but I like you, therefore I listen. I said, all right. I also get one victim to listen, And after that, some time I left that place. Again, when I visited to see my friend, I came to know he is not well, so I went to his house. He was having only one daughter, so he was staying in his daughter's house. Some small thing had happened. Because of that, his both legs got paralyzed and he was in a room separately kept. The servant will come sometime, not come, and he can't even go for the toilet, no nothing, lying down like that, Defecation there, urination there. And how long anybody can do? So the daughter also could not do lot of service. So when I went and saw him, he was so much miserable and crying. He said, Swamiji, I have ridiculed Bhagwan Krishna as God. Now I call him every day. Oh Lord, punish me as much as you want. But in my next life, give me devotion for you. See, friends. Only by Indraya Swaha, Idanna Mama, Varunaya Swaha, nothing is going to happen. See, friends, na karmana. The other one, Upasana. Other friend of mine, he was almost 88 when I met him. And he was a very nice person. When I went to see him in his daughter's house, so he told his daughter, please go inside, prepare something for Swamiji and don't come till I call. So I was sitting on a sofa, he came and sat, put his head on my lap, started crying. and spoiled my lungi. See? And old people cry, every hole leaks. So I was tolerating, what else can I do? And then I said, Guruji, what happened? Swamiji, you give me one heart, but don't call me Guruji. I said, okay, I will not call you Guruji, but don't cry. Then he said, never there was any function in this city among their community. That function can ever be done without my presence. Right from childhood, when he was hardly 17, 18, he was having good voice, harmonium, and he used to sing bhajans. So no function will start or end without his presence. As the time passed, people started calling him Guruji, Guruji, and he started accepting himself as Guruji. And he said, now I tell you sincerely, I don't have even this much of devotion in my heart. I was cheating myself, the world and the God, that I am devoted to the God. I don't have confidence. I have got doubt. I have got fear. Friends, a devotee of the Lord does not have any of this thing. Mirabai was a devotee. See, she had self-confidence, not hanging on the Lord. See, friends, therefore, when we are walking the spiritual path, and if anything which will strengthen our body identification, we are going the wrong way. If you take a devotee, a real devotee is the one, he who has absolute dispassion. See? And therefore, a devotee's mind is all the time in tune with the divine, nothing else. If anything in this world can attract us, that means our body identification is solid. Do we ever regret or feel good or bad if there is a loss of something what we have gained in the dream? Because we don't accept that to be real. Till such time we are identified with the body, till then we have done zero spiritual practice. See, friends. Therefore, one has to give up yad vashadesha samsara atato dushpratikriyaham tatha jagatyanatmatva buddhir bhana samashraya. And the second one is, because of which this world is expanding into the reality as if it is real, is when we take this world to be other than I. Two things. One is, this body alone I am, and second thing, this world is other than me. Now see what happens. The net result. When I take only this body I am, a sense of incompleteness prevails. And when we look the world as anatma, other than I, then there will be following things which will naturally happen as a consequence of these two things. Number one, desire. We always have desire when there is a sense of incompleteness. When our stomach is full, there is no sense of incompleteness. There is no desire for food. See? So when I consider only this body I am, then only desire is to see that I remain intact. Nothing happens to it. One. Second thing, when anything is recognized as other than I, desire will happen, anger will happen, greed will happen, and fear will happen. Living under the influence of desire, anger, greed, and fear together is called as living death. Trividham narakassedam dvaram nashanam kama krodha statha lobha tasmadi tatrayam tyajet Narakasya dwaram. These three things, desire, anger and greed, this is the gateway to the hell. And when we enter the gateway to the hell, it is not a comfortable position, fearful, oh God, what is going to happen? So living our life under the fear psychosis cannot be a spiritual life. See friends, a devotee is so much absorbed in the divine that it makes no difference to him whatever may happen or may not happen. He doesn't belong to this world. He has risen above. See friends, in devotion there is 100% surrender to the divine will. In this path of Vedanta, there is complete negation of the relativity. Meaning is the same. Therefore, this is the second granthi, the second knot. Evam, the third knot. Evam jivesha bhedadi nishchaya granthayo mataha etat chirat samadbhutam bhuyaha samvittatam chavai. And the third condition is jiva ishvara bheda. See, we unknowingly know that the God is in our own heart. But we do not know that we know. See, when we go to a temple, walking long distances, you go to Badrinath, tired and all that, and big queue, and you go and stand before the Lord. What we do? We go and close our eyes. All the way you came to close your eyes. But we all know that truth is not outside, it is within you. See? And if, again, same principle, if we keep Ishvara as other than us, what will be the net result? Number one, desire. Oh God, please do this thing. So the God becomes the means and the worldly achievement becomes the goal. Actually, worldly life should be the means and attainment of God should be the goal. But it becomes the other way around. Granthi viparita buddhi. Second thing, there will be fear. Oh, God has come. You see many places, when the Mahatmas come, Isra, there is a joy, there is a fear. Immediately, but तूफान आया है क्या? Human being. See friends, that fear is only because of sense of otherness. Reverence is different. Reverence is not fear. See friends. Therefore, when we consider the Ishvara as other than us, the samsara will continue. Earlier it was a material samsara, now it is a spiritual samsara. Samsara is there. See? Now, the teacher tells here, Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vruksham parishashvajate tayo anyaha pippalam swadumatti anashnan anyaha avichakashiti. On the tree called as the body, there are two birds exactly like each other. Between the two, there is one bird who is perching on the fruits of this tree. And when the fruit is sweet, he is very happy, ha ha. When the fruit is bitter, he is very miserable, hoo hoo. And the other bird, he is not perching. Abhishakati kashiti anashnan. He is no more getting involved in enjoying the results of this karma phala. In the same manner, when miseries come in our life, if we get identified and become miserable, it is jiva. When miseries come in our life, we don't get identified, we eliminate the miseries, but do not become miserable, it is Ishvara. Now, where do we see God? See friends, now our old habit of getting identified, first habit of getting identified with the body, now the same habit continues further. And what is that habit? Habit is getting identified with anything which is finite. So misery comes, we become miserable. Happiness comes, we become happy. Confusion comes, we become confusion. In this manner, this samsara continues only because of the habit of identification with the finite. And identification with the finite is a burden, it is a load. And because of this burden and the load, we get tired. And that is why we want to sleep. Because what is sleep? Nothing but disidentification. See, friends. And when we are totally disidentified from all that we have become, and when we are completely identified from all that we have possessed, this relational and possessive burden, when it is discarded, we are in a snoring realm of divine presence. Karr, karr. Nobody feels shy of snoring. See? Why we don't feel shy of snoring? Because there is nobody around when you snore. Ekmeva Didiya. See? In the beginning was the Word was. See, friends. So these are the Hridaya Granthi, the knots in the heart. In this manner, recognizing the Ishvara and the Jiva separately, and this incomplete recognition of one's nature has been there all the time. Now another question which comes. Where from this ignorance has come? If God alone is, where from the ignorance has come? What is the cause of ignorance? So there are two replies I will give. One, there is no cause of ignorance. Ignorance is the cause. See, in a school, the teacher was dictating something, and the students were writing, and she was watching. And one child has written a wrong spelling. She got angry. Who taught you wrong spelling? Ma'am, wrong spellings are not taught, they happen. Okay, you tell me now. What is that? How will you spell crocodile? He said, Krokodil. Who told you this spelling? Nobody. You ask me, how do I spell? I spell it. See? Friends, where from ignorance has come? What is the cause of ignorance is the wrong question. Because of ignorance, everything happens. What is the cause of darkness? Be attentive. There is no cause of darkness. Darkness is the cause because of which you tumble and fall down. See? Why there is no cause of darkness? Because is there something called as darkness? Do we study light or we study darkness in physics? As we can study the light waves and everything, do we study darkness? Intensity of darkness. See, friends, darkness, if it is, then it can fall in the purview of cause and effect. See? And therefore, when you switch on the light, if it is there, where it has gone? If darkness is, it should be seen after it has gone somewhere. See, that is why I was telling yesterday, Lalita, when I was doing ironing of my clothes, I said, I enjoy this. This is my meditation. When the clothes are having wrinkles, they look ugly. And when you move the iron box on that, where do the wrinkles go? In the same manner, when your dream is over, where the dreamer goes? When you sleep, where the wife goes? Where the husband goes? Where the mother goes? Where the father goes? They can go somewhere if they are real. When the drama is over and the person who became Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, after the drama is over, where Chhatrapati has gone, he is a miserable pati. What Chhatrapati? See, friends, come to cognize this. Then alone we are holding on to the truth. So from the time without any beginning, this has been happening there, and with this only one is caught up in one's own creation. So when tad granthi visramsataha bandhan mukti samiritaha, unless we cut asunder these knots, which are not, unless these are cut asunder, we will continue to be in this miserable world. Therefore, the teacher comes, Yastvam nimilya netre sve padam asadayat salam tat padam nijarupam te shuddha savid anuttaram. Therefore, when you have discovered the truth after closing your eyes, that is your essential nature. And when everything, the sense of otherness is rejected, then that is the pure consciousness. Up to here you have come. Very good. But after you open your eyes, do you think the world that is there is other than Paramatma? See, this is a very subtle point. These are two stages through which a seeker has to go. First is called as Vyatireka Sadhana, negation. And second is assimilation. See, the truth is simultaneously transcendental and immanent. So first, negate. Waves are not the water. Ocean is not the water. That which is supporting the waves, the effect, ocean, the cause is water. And when you come to this water, then ocean is also water and waves is also water. See? So it is a standpoint. When I take the standpoint of the wave, then relativity will be taken as real. When I take the standpoint of the ocean, cause and effect will be real. When I take the absolute standpoint, the water alone, then I come to discover that on this absolute water, ocean, the cause, and wave, the effect is superimposed. And therefore, water alone is the reality. So here also, the teacher says, by closing your eyes, whatever you have discovered, that is your essential nature after rejecting all the not I sense. That pure conscious being is you. Now, in this pure absolute conscious reality, this world of plurality is appearing like the reflection in the mirror. So this thing also I told you, again and again reflect on this. See, every experience gives us a good guidance to the truth. When you are looking at your reflection in the mirror, just stay for a few minutes and just observe this phenomena. When our attention is on the reflection, we will not be seeing the surface of the mirror. And when our attention is on the surface of the mirror, then the reflection becomes very hazy, as good as non-existent. Thereafter, now you have got two experiences. One is that of the reflections, second is that of the surface. Now this is again understood in two different ways. The reflection is merely an appearance, inert, although it looks exactly like the original object. Because it looks like the original object, it is not real. It is only an image. Now the second way of looking at it. All that is reflected in the mirror is nothing but mirror only. Now take these two standpoints and understand. When all that is reflected in the mirror as the reflection, that being a reflection, not real, it will not influence the mirror. If it is a reflection of the fire, the reflection of the fire will not burn the mirror. Second thing, second standpoint. If all that is appearing as reflection in the mirror is nothing but the mirror, then how can the mirror affect the mirror? Will the water affect the water? So whichever standpoint you take. First standpoint is neti neti. There cannot be kama, krodha, lobha, desire, anger, frustration, if the world is recognized as an illusion. Or if the world is recognized as absolute reality, even then there cannot be any desire, there cannot be any confusion. Whichever standpoint you take, one is at peace under all conditions. Will the water say, I am water, but no Baba, I am not the ocean, it is too deep. Will the water ever think that I am not, the cloud, I don't like to go high too up, I feel I may fall down. See, this ultimate vision, see, vidyate hridaya granthi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drushte paravare. When the truth is recognized both simultaneously as transcendental and immanent, then alone the truth is fully realized, and vidyate hridaya granthi, these heart knots what we are discussed, they will be destroyed for good. Therefore, come to cognize this. So, tadeva akhila samsara chitra adarshatala mahar kada kvana rupena nasti tanme nirupaya. And therefore, tell me, in what time, in what place this consciousness is not there? See? To say God is everywhere is a blasphemy. To say God is beyond time is the height of foolishness. To say God is all pervading is the depth of foolishness. Nothing else. When we say God is all the time, every moment God is beyond time, so our attention is on the time, not on the God. When we say God is everywhere, so our attention is on the space, not on the God. Friends, the space is in the God is not in the space. It is something like telling, water is present in all the waves. So to whom you are giving importance? Waves. But water is not in the waves. Waves are in the water. In the same manner, the three factors which create this world, namely time, space and object, they are in me, I am not in them. See friends, when the mind is enfolded, the concept of time disappears. See, therefore, tell me, kada kva kena rupena nasti tanme nirupaya? When this conscious reality is a mirror in which the whole world of relative existence is merely an appearance, when this conscious reality is not. Waking comes and goes. This samvita conscious reality doesn't come, doesn't go. Dream comes and goes. This reality remains as it is. The deep sleep comes and goes. Samadhi begins and ends. But there is one principle. It has never come and never gone. We can modify the earth. We can see the changes in the water. We can ignite and extinguish the fire. We can increase the speed of the air. But we can do nothing with the space. In the same manner, this conscious space that we are, in which The clouds of waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi, they come, dance and disappear. Those clouds which create rains is like the waking experience. Those clouds which only thunder without rain is like the dream experience. That sky where there is absolute darkness is like the deep sleep. And that sky which is cloudless is like samadhi. So when it rains, the waking state, nothing happens to the conscious space. When it thunders, lightning, the dream, nothing happens to the conscious space. Then there is pitch darkness, the deep sleep, nothing happens to the consciousness. And when there are no thoughts, samadhi, nirabhra akasha, the cloudless space, there is no gain, achievement for the space. We don't feel like getting out of it. And this is not created. You have not done any action. You have not done pranayama. You have not done japa. You have not done charity. You have not gone to the temple. You have not taken a holy dip. प्रतिबिंबो निरादर्शो यथा नादत्थैव तस्मात् तत्पदं संत्यागात् नास्ति कुत्रापि किंचन. Like the reflections cannot exist without the mirror. In the same manner, this world cannot have existence without this conscious being that we are. See, friends, the problem that we all go through is because we use the mobile phone, but we don't know how the mobile phone works. Mobile phone, when it is in the sound waves, so the mobile phone is in the sound waves. Sound waves are not in the mobile phone. Then what happens? The sound waves in which the mobile phone is, the sound waves manifest inside the mobile phone. Manifestation is different from what is manifesting. Electricity is different from the light. Light is the manifestation. Electricity is the energy. In the same manner, when the sound waves manifest in the mobile phone, we hear and we imagine the sound is inside. No, inside is manifestation, outside is the reality. In the same manner, we are all like the mobile phones, and everything else is like the conscious space. That conscious space manifests in every one of us, the mobile phones, in the form of life. And when the mobile phone is functional, when there is a SIM card, in the same manner, when there is a SIN card, and what is that SIN card? SIN card is, they host me, I am the body, this is the highest sin. When the SIN card is removed, you are no more identified with the body. Then Ram Nam Satya. Come to cognize this principle. Therefore, pratibimbo niradarsho yathanada tathaiva tat Like without the support of the mirror, there cannot be any reflection in the same manner. Without this conscious mirror, there cannot be this appearance of the images of this world, called as Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi. See, friends, get this across clearly. Your whole approach on the spiritual path will completely change. See, it is so simple. It's not difficult. And once you get this, thereafter, Yogarato va, Bhogarato va, Sangarato va, Sangavena. Nothing can ever touch us, disturb us. Tatte netro milanena kimantar miyat yavadeva vijanami ittevam granthir dhrudha bhavet. Now, here the teacher says, therefore, without the presence of this absolute self, even your blinking of your eyes is not possible. And you imagine, by closing the eyes, I am sitting in meditation to know the Lord. If that thing leaves away, eyes will never open. Or eyes will never close. So that because of which your eyes are blinking, that you try to gain by closing the eyes. Meditation. In progress, take a detour. See, friends, you will not be allowed to do anything. All spiritual practice is undoing. It is not doing anything. It is not becoming somebody. It is unbecoming. We have become sufficient. So we add one more, spiritual ban gaye. See? And when you become spiritual, then you have to have the various signs of spirituality. So the spiritual makeup. Therefore, yavadeva vijanami iti eva granthir dhrudha bhavet. So, therefore, if you have this notion that by opening and closing the eyes the truth is gained, your knot will become more strong. Don't get involved into any activity. Let the things happen. See, that there is one book, Let Meditation Happen. Work on that. It will lead to such an experience where the doer disappears, the knower disappears, the enjoyer disappears. See? The doer disappears, body identification will go. The knower disappears, the jiva will go. The enjoyer disappears, the seeker will disappear. Action without a doer, knowledge without the knower, and joy without an enjoyer is the truth. Even if we don't want, we are that reality. But I don't want, who cares? But you are Bhagwan, Namaskar. See, friends, therefore, यावत् ग्रंथे दृढ़ा भवेत् तावन् न तत् पदं प्राप्तं यत् प्राप्तं स्यान् न तद् भवेत् निमिल्योन्मील्यवा नेत्रे यत् प्राप्तं मन्यसे पदम्. Therefore, till such time this granthi, this wrong notion, granthi means wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? As if there is something called as wrinkle on the cloth. Wrinkle is not an object. It is merely an appearance. See? An appearance appears but is not. Like, take this example. We are seeing each other. But are we really seeing each other? We are only seeing the reflections which are happening on the retina. If the reflections are not allowed to happen, we close our eyes or there is darkness. Reflection will not happen. So when the reflections don't happen, can we see? We cannot see. So what we are seeing? Not the object, but we are seeing only the reflections. See, friends. And reflections are illusions. Therefore, if there is a reflection of an elephant in the mirror, the mirror doesn't collapse. बहुत भारी है. Think. The more you reflect on this, you will see that none of these things can have any impact on us. Because the substratum can never be influenced by the superimposed. The rope can never be influenced by the snake. The mirage waters cannot wet the Uluru mountain. See, it's just an appearance. In the same manner, now continue this thought. In the same manner, husband cannot influence the man. Swamiji will never understand unless you become husband. See, husband is a superimposed, non-existing entity. It is an appearance. See, friends. Therefore, that what you feel that you are getting because of the closing and opening of your eyes, because it is associated with activity. Closing the eyes, God realized. Opening the eyes, God dissolved. See, when colors and forms are there, eyes see. When they are not there, is there any loss to the eyes? When eyes are normal, functional, and when eyes are not normal and non-functional, will it make any difference to the mind? Mind continues to exist. In the same manner, whether the mind is manifest or unmanifest, nothing will happen to the conscious space that we are. By opening the eyes, is it a burden for the mind? By closing the eyes, is it a burden for the mind? No. In the same manner, whether the mind is manifest, waking dream, or it is unmanifest, deep sleep, there is no gain and loss for the conscious space. Chidakasha remains ever the same. Hold on to this truth, friends. That is why na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naiki amrutatva manashu. Tyaga, renunciation of what? We can renounce something if it belongs to us. What belongs to us in this world? Nothing. No, there is one thing which belongs to us. What is that? Foolishness. That is our original. I am the body notion. He is not created by God. I am miserable. He is not created by God. You can blame the whole world for the miseries. See, miseries are because of husband, wife, children, government, God. You can do that. But we are all miserable by our own choice. Get this point clear. Then you will understand what is the meaning of disidentification. See? Take any bad event which has happened in your life, maybe about a few years before, 10, 20 years before. That time, how much miserable you were. And today you remember the same event. And you see, are you that miserable? You cannot be. Because the one who was miserable has disappeared along with the misery. Now you are not the same one who was miserable. It is only album. See? When your marriage happened, that time how much happy you were. Now you see your own marriage happened. Are you happy? क्यों मैंने किया है? Get this point. See, friends. Therefore, tyage naiki amrutatva manashu. Unless we give up these wrong notions, all our spiritual practice is only cheating ourselves. And friends, we all deceive ourselves the most. We don't deceive anybody in this world. Even if we deceive others, they take it to be real. So they are not deceived. We are deceiving. I know I am telling this fellow a lie. He takes it truth. So he is never deceived. It is we who are deceived by ourselves. And those who are cheating themselves, who can help them? Narayan. Therefore, this conscious principle, which is all consuming, everything is swallowed by this conscious reality. Bhagavan Sri Krishna uses this word in Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna asked this question, Ko bhavan ugra rupaha? Who are you, O terrible one? Bhagavan says, Kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravriddha. I am the ultimate time, the consumer of the total creation. Lokakrit pravriddha. I am here to eat away everything. It is something like the water is asked the question by the wave. Who are you? I am the consumer of all the waves and the oceans. How terrible you are. See, friends. So, this Kalagni, this pure conscious reality, is the one in which everything goes back. Like when anything is added to the fire, it is all reduced to the ashes, and all the name and the form of that object is eaten away by the fire. Because who gave support to the name and the form is only the fire. Fire is the Rupa, Tanmatra for all the forms. In the same manner, everything in this world, Mayeva Sakalam Jatam, Mai Sarvam Pratishtitam, Mai Sarvam Layam Yati, Tad Brahma Dvayamasmiham. See? Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, Atmasya Janto Nihito Guhayam, Tamakratuhu Pashyati Vita Shokaha. This reality has to be recognized as one's essential nature, supporting all the Panchakoshas and the world of names and forms. And tam akratuhu pashyati vita shokaha. And who can discover this truth? Those who have withdrawn from the doership and vita shokaha, and those who are not miserable. Miserable people will never know the truth. Make it very clear. Bhagavan tells in Gita very specifically, Prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavatishtate. Prasanna chetas, he who is of cheerful disposition, he alone can know the truth. The one who is all the time miserable, miserable, he will know only misery. See. Therefore, the highest spiritual practice is be happy. But that we don't. Amini, you don't know anything else. All the time be happy. I said, be miserable all the time. See, friends. Because we want somebody with a danda on our head. Do this, do this, do this. Now we are doing spirituality. Be happy. What is this spirituality? Be happy. In the spirituality, we should become miserable. See, don't eat. Observe fast. And then suffer silently. I don't eat during the day. Then at night, revenge. See, friends, that is not spiritual practice. It is self-deception. Problems, if they are born out of foolishness, they can be rectified only by right understanding, not by increasing foolishness. Therefore, स्वापी करोति यान कल्प अनेक धन संचयम नते कर्तव्य अशेषः विज्ञाय परमं पदम. He who has come to recognize his essential infinite nature, for him there is nothing required to be done by him in this world. Forget about the external activities, including chitta vritti nirodha. Why should we be afraid? Should we go to the doctor and say, Doctor Sahab, yes. See, whenever I open my eyes, I see everything. Is it a problem? What should I do? Doctor will say, go to the mental hospital. You have come to the wrong place. We go to the ENT specialist and we tell him, Doctor Sahab, I hear with my ear everything. It is not a problem. If we don't see, there is a problem. If we don't hear, there is a problem. In the same manner, we are afraid, oh, there are too many thoughts in the mind. If there are no thoughts, then there should be a problem. If there are thoughts in the mind, it is not a problem. See, friends, instead of remaining fearful about the presence of the thoughts in the mind, analyze where from the thoughts come, how the thoughts come. See? And then you come to know that the thoughts are abnormalities in the mind. They are not real. And that is why every one of us want to remove the thoughts. And in that struggle for removing the thoughts, we create more thoughts. So how the thoughts are born? Find out the anatomy of the thoughts. Then you'll come to know all that we have given importance, that alone enters our mind. If we are given too much importance to the space, anywhere you go, you will be disturbed. See? Therefore, when you try my techniques, it will be helpful to you. Always like chaos. I like chaos. So you can never get disturbed. I like confusion. So therefore there is a good, nice fun going on. Therefore whenever I go to somebody's house, after going I create confusion and sit down and watch. There is such a joy, free show. See, normally what they expect, when the Swami has come, he will stand there and I straight away go to the kitchen, first of all find out what is there. And when I am satisfied, good food is there, then I will lagao khana. Create confusion and be happy. When you are able to create confusion outside, you are at peace inside. Keep the people busy and you relax. See, friends. This uncreated experience of effortless presence is our essential nature. And this manifests when there is nobody. Observe this phenomena. Whenever we are happy, we laugh. That moment, we are nobody. And those who are sitting as somebody, the whole world will be laughing, but they will not laugh. What is there to laugh? Satsang should be like a condolence meeting. So whenever we laugh, we are nobody. And when we are nobody, we are one with the Lord. Therefore, nate kartavya samseshaha vidnyaya paramam padam. There is nothing remains to be done, achieved. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nana vaptama vaptavyam varta evacha karmani. Bhagavan says, I have nothing to gain anything from this world, then why you are working? Time pass. Just time pass. Yastvatmaratireva syat atmatruptascha manavaha atmannevacha santushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate. He was abiding in his essential nature. For him, there are no obligations to do or not to do anything in this world. The vidhi nishedh, the do's and don'ts are not applicable to him because he is beyond all the relational existence. Therefore, all that we have to do is only give up this Hridaya Granthi. So, Hridaya Granthi is not only holding the breath or stopping the mind from thinking, but these wrong notions about our identity, wrong notion about the world, wrong notion about the God, and wrong notions about the spiritual practice. These wrong notions have created this mess. When these wrong notions are deleted, remember one important thing in Vedanta Shastra. Vedanta deletes the wrong notions without creating fresh notions. See, in other paths, other notions are created. Earlier, I was a bhogi. Now I am a yogi. So, one notion is replaced by another notion. See? Earlier, I was a bachelor. Now, I am married. So, as a bachelor, I was miserable. Therefore, I got married. Now, as a married, I am miserable. What should I do? Revert back. We are only replacing one by another. Vedanta doesn't allow us that. Remove the wrong notions without creating fresh notions. Non-notional existence is abidance in God. All what we have been doing in our life is only leading a notional existence. Notion that I am good, I am bad. Notion that I am very pure. Notion that I am walking the spiritual path. People don't understand. Notion that I am realized. This happened in Jacksonville in USA, Texas. One person, a South Indian, and he came for the satsang, somebody's house, big hall like this, and after satsang was over, he came with proper makeup, perfect spiritual makeup. The lungi and then the cloth above and then all kinds of marks there, and dish antenna and everything. And after lecture was over, he said, Swamiji, like you, I am also Brahman, I have realized, but people don't appreciate my realization. What should I do? I said, Google. See, all solutions are available in Google. Find out. This is not realization, friends. Till such time you want recognition, you want appreciation, you want certificate. People should say that you are good and all that. Forget about the truth. Therefore, no efforts are involved. As much effortlessly we sleep, that much effortlessly when we live in this world as if we are sleeping. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sayami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. The one who is awakened to his essential nature, he is sleeping to this world of relativity. So as a person in deep sleep is snoring away effortlessly, in the same manner, the wise man lives in this world effortlessly. And when we live effortlessly, there is a spontaneity in our expression. See, there is nothing calculated. Like, when you go for an interview, you calculate. If you ask this question, I say this thing. If I ask this one, you say this thing. And then you go, and no question is asked. See? This time when I came from Bombay, when I started, I have one passport on which these visas are there. Then I applied for a new passport because there are hardly 2 pages, 3 pages, and then other countries do not give visa if there are less than 3 pages blank. So I had to take the new passport. So I don't know whatever may be the rules. They have not cancelled this passport which has got many valid visas. Earlier they have always cancelled. Maybe the rules have changed. So they say, no, but your visa is on this thing, new passport, Australian government doesn't accept this thing, this thing. I said, why do you talk about this visa, new visa? Take old passport only. Okay, I say, okay, yes. And I came through, no problem. But they are, you'll have to stand there for some time, they may transfer your visa here, Nothing happens, relax. Our mind doesn't allow us to remain in the present. In this manner, when you have destroyed all your wrong notion, Pashya Sarvatra Jatmanam Akhandananda Brumhitam Pashyatmani Akhilam Lokam Darpana Pratibimbavata. This is the ultimate thought which comes in most of the Upanishad. Sarva Bhutastha Jatmanam Sarva Bhutani Jatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshinaha. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6. Sarva Bhutastamatmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani Sampashyan Brahma Paramam Yati Nanyena Hetuna. This comes in the Kaivalya Upanishad. Similarly, in the Ishavasya, everywhere, this is a simple thought. Seeing everything in me and I in everything, this is the ultimate experience. See? How can I see everything in me? Like the mother sees the child in her. Mother is away and child is away. But when the child is hungry, the mother feels the pangs. When the child is ill, the mother feels the suffering. Because she sees herself in the child and the child in her. And therefore, the love between the mother and the child is not the love as an action, but it is an experience without action. When a boy and a girl, they love, they call it, we have fallen in love. Whenever you do any action, you fall. See? And when you fall, you get hurt naturally. Therefore, all these people who fall in love, they get hurt. I don't know why did I fall in love. You should rise in love. Mother rises in love because she doesn't fall in love with the child. The love for the child happens, it is not done. In the same manner, when we come to destroy these wrong notions, thereafter, one is able to experience this unbroken, conscious, blissful self that we are, and in that experience, the sense of otherness, although it appears, is not valid. Like the sense of otherness for the mother with reference to the child, it appears, and yet the mother is able to love the child in spite whatever he may be. See, this ultimate experience is the real one. Therefore, Pashya Atmanam Akilam Lokam Darpana Pratibimbavat. Like in the mirror, everything is reflected and all the reflections are nothing but the mirror surface alone. In the same manner, in this conscious mirror, the whole world of names and form is reflected. Let us be established in this mirror-like conscious reality, the Chidakasha, and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.